Hi, hello everyone. Everyone is okay? Now we are going to start our next lecture. Our next lecture is about the basics, like the same like what we say. Okay, everyone hopefully saw the share screen. We talk about function parameters, how to pass the function parameters. Like in C language, we already had passed before, like function parameter. Function parameters are the data when a function, when we call the function definition receive these data is a parameter. It's called like data member for the function on which the function can perform the operation. So like here we define the functions value we already defined last time. We already studied this program. We already in global variable, global function, global static variable. We already had studied in PHP constants. Constant we already had studied, I think. No, constant. Now we are going to constant. There was one static. Static mean like current position and maintain the current position. But now we come to a constant. A constant is a name or an identifier, for example, for sample value. A constant value cannot change during the execution of the script. By default, a constant is case sensitive. By convention, constant identifier are always uppercase. So actually constant identifier, what is mean identifier from which we can identify that with this variable is a constant variable. So it will be in uppercase, but normally constant by itself is in case sensitive. Constant, like the name show that constant can't be changed during the execution of program. We don't change constant. If you have defined a constant, it will never come to change by or undefined. To define a constant, you have to use define function. Here we can use define function. This define function will be used for constant variable. To retrieve the value of constant, you have to simply specifying its name. Unlike the variable, it's not like variable. Don't need to have a constant with dollar sign. Dollar sign are not required for constant. You just simply define function of the to define the variable. You can also use the function constant. This one we also use constant to read a constant value. This one is to retrieve the constant value. Define constant function is used to read the constant value, what value the constant variable have obtained. So there is example, for example, constant function here. PHP start define minimum size 50 equal min size. Min size is actually the constant function and 50 is the value. So when you say equal, it's min size, equal constant. When you want to read the constant, we say equal min size. Same thing is the previous line. It will be the same result, we can say. For example, only scalar data, Boolean, integer, float, string can be contained in constant. So, okay, we need to perform this function. So if we go to our C WAMP and WAMP www first PHP, and here we just for practice we already have one program. So I want to define here the same function. We need to check what the result. So when we open our WAMP server are not started, not in working. So I need to open the WAMP server. So for WAMP server, when I click, Faisal, you asked me, also Saddam, you asked me about the program. It's not able to send. It's so big. .exe file can't be sent online. If I change the extension, if you recover the extension, this will be okay. Otherwise, you can download it from web server online. Localhost. Okay. This is localhost. Here is a PHP first program. backslash.
You pause the video. I mean,
First
it's
PHP first dot. Sorry. Backslash first PHP
hello, sir.
slash first. The profile name is first.php.
Sir, can't see.
Sorry, what's the name of the file? Oh, hello.php. So here the file name I enter wrong. Hello. You can see 50 and 50. These both are the same. Like if you want to echo the program,
You
simple you write echo will print the min size. There is no need for $sign because it's a constant variable. And you can't change this variable during the program. So echo
hello,
constant, if you write like that with constant function, is also the same answer.
hello, sir.
So this is how we define the constant variable with constant function or defined function in PHP. So what is the difference between constants and variable? There is no need to write a $sign before constant, but in variable we use a $sign. This is the first one. Constant cannot be defined by simple assignment, like simply we assign like that. For example, if I say this is a constant, if I say, for example, min size, I can't say like that 50. This is wrong. So we can assign like that, like the normal variable in PHP. So constant function need to use constant may be defined and exist anywhere without consider to variable scoping. Like in variable, normal variable, we know that the constant like variable have some scope. Like within a function, if you use it will print the same value what is defined inside the function. In outside, this will use outside function, outside variable as a global variable, local variable, like what we checked last time. And we define with the static variable. These are the scopes of a variable, but constants are different than variables. So constant can be used anywhere in the program, as within a function or outside of the function or within a class or within the main class or within a user customized class. Anywhere you can use the constant function, value will be remain same. So constant may be defined and exist anywhere without consider. Once the constant have been set, may not be redefined or undefined. Okay, when you define a constant one time, you can't change the value. Like for example, if I say 50-50, after that I want to change. So I can change this one. This is the because constant just only the same value what you defined first time. Like constant variable, we can't use for a for loop counter. These type of things you can't. So if we talk about like valid and invalid constant name, how to define a constant? For example, valid constant name, define one first thing. Yes, the first thing, this is the value. These characters are these strings, the value for one. One is the name of variable, which is constant. Define two like that, two and with digit two. Yes, you can store this one. Second thing, define 3 underscore and digit. This one is the string which will be stored, which will be the value of 3 underscore 3. So invalid, how we can't define a constant name, define 2 digit first, like the same in variable in PHP. No 1 2 3 will be in the start, and no underscore or special character will be in the start. It will be defined with the $sign, and after that there must be alphabet. Okay. So define underscore. This is not a good way. This will be invalid. will not define the constant value. So next, magic constant. There are some constants we call magic constant. Why? Because it's by default some function, some retrieval of value. PHP provide a large number of predefined constant to any script which it runs. There are 5 magical constants that change depending on where they are used. For example, we study about 5 magical constants, but there are a lot of functions we can use in Java and PHP and some other program as well, like in Java and C language. They have some magical function like with predefined function. When we call this one, like for example, if I give you example in Java, maybe you had studied, when you compare two string, we use one function, strcmp, string comparison. So these type of functions we can use also in PHP as well. So magical constant that change dependent on where they are used. For example, the value of underscore line underscore depends on the line that is used in your script. These special constants are case insensitive and is false. For example, these are called case insensitive. If you write in capital, if you write in small, uppercase, lowercase, it's no problem. But you need to define the same what they define. You can see variable we can't define like that underscore, but here these medical functions we can define. So okay, next line we can see what is the name line. If you write line like that, the current line of the file, it will show you the current line of the file. What is the current line? Underscore file underscore the full path in file name of the file it used inside and include the name of include its return says PHP 4.0.2 file always contain an absolute path, whereas in older version it contained relative path under. Because now we study we move to PHP 7 as well. Like before, if I talk about PHP in PHP 2 and PHP, like you can define any in PHP 2 when we use PHP 2 we can define like image and these type of things. We use some plugin too, but here PHP 4.0.2 files are more. We use PHP 7. PHP 5, these all new version actually support a lot of plugin software. So if you use file magic functions, it will print the complete path of the file. Underscore function underscore, so the function name, it will return the function name. Return the function name is it's where was declared. Case sensitive. For example, sometimes your functions have a lot of programming code. You forget what is the name of the function. You just simply use underscore function underscore. It will return the name of the function because we want to use somewhere else. So underscore and the class underscore, it will return the class name. Method, method, we use one function in normal programming we use function, but in object oriented programming we use a function of a class method. So underscore method underscore, it will return the method name of the class. It's we also call function or function member function of a class. It will return because in object oriented we call the function method. Is case sensitive. PHP operator type, there are different operator type. You already had study in C language as well. Okay, there are 5. Oh, screen is paused. Okay. Now is okay or still? Everyone? Sajidul Haq, Raunak? Screen is okay now? And Raunak? Okay. So what is operator? Different operator type you already have studied before in C language as well. The same operator will be used in any programming language when you have studied modern programming language. the same operator you will use. The first, like for example, arithmetic operator, comparison operator, logical relational operator, assignment operator, conditional ternary operator. Let's have a look in all operator one by one. Arithmetic operator. In arithmetic operator, we have, for example, we are following arithmetic operator language. For example, $A equal to 10, $B equal to 20. Now we want to use arithmetic operator for these two. For example, plus operator, plus operator to sum up two different variable, different value of the variables. Here we know this A equal to 20, B equal to 10, so the value will be 30. So minus operator, you know that subtract operator to subtract the value. Multiplication is the same like what you use in C language and C++, in Java. Everywhere these operator will be the same. So this is, you can say this is a revision for you. Some student maybe didn't understand before. So divide, remainder, modulus operator, we call remainder operator. When you divide something, the remaining value is not fully divided and the value are remaining in the so we call this one remainder of two division. So here modulus, we call modulus operator a remainder operator we use. So plus plus, we know that plus plus normally we use in for loop. Plus plus is used for increment. Our loops we use just to increment the value, or minus minus to decrement the value. Plus plus mean plus one, minus minus mean minus one. So this one program we use for to show the operator value into the operator function. So we need to just practice this program. We need to see the result. So you can see the first one is addition, second one subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, increment, decrement. We need to see the result. We need to check the result of this value. So here we go. Like you can see, addition operator result is 62. Subtraction operator 22, multiplication operator 840, division operator 2.1, modulus 2 is remaining, and increment operator result 42. This is in big screen. You can see here increment, decrement. So these operator here we use just the value are stored, the result are stored in $C. So $C are here to print it. BR we also use. BR also we normally use for HTML tag, but here we use within of equal, so it will shift next line. Okay, BR dash is used for next line to shift to the next line. Here this all operator is the demo you saw. Now we are shifting toward another okay, this result we already done. Now we are going to comparison operator. You know comparison between two values. So there are two checks. If the value of two operands are equal or not, yet the condition becomes true, like equal equal. So two time we use equal sign is called comparison operator to check the both operands are equal, give the same value or not. Not equal, you can use with not sign, with equal. Checks the value of operand is greater value, and also we can also saw this. There is a less value. This one is greater than and equal to, less than equal to. Be careful. This equal to we use on this side, and here also we equal to use here in this side, because our main operator is the first one. Here, if you saw about equal to, the first equal to is the main operator. Here is the main operator. These two are also independent. So here with two different, the greater sign is main, the less sign is main. So this is one another program. to check the equal to. Here you can also see if else as well. So we need to check this this version. It's working out. Not. Okay. We need to practice this program. We need to run this program. Okay, there's one problem. Unexpected in line number 2. So first we need to check the program. If a equal to 42, b equal to 20, c equal to okay. The previous program is already, remaining program is already including this one by mistake. We need to check now. Here you can see test 1, a is not equal to b. Test 2, a is greater than b. Test 3, a is not less than b. 4, a is not equal to b. Test 5, a is either greater than or equal to b. Test 6. Here you can see the value, for example, a equal to 40, b equal to 20. If a is equal to b, then we say test if is equal to b, else. The same if else what we use in C language here is equal to, greater than, less than, equal to. These are programs are used here. Now we are going to shift it to another. This will be the result of this program. Now I already show you run the program. This program has no problem. So logical operator. There are following logical operator supported by PHP language. Assume variables a hold 10 and variable b hold 20. So what will be the logical AND operator, OR operator, AND with 2 and sign, OR sign, and not. Not mean negate the value. You know the different gates and or not. We already studied before. Here we can see how we need to write. Here a equal to 20, b equal to 0. If a is a and b equal to both a and b are true, else either a or b is false. If a and b, we also check with all, like with and sign and also with the or word, and with sign language sign as well. Okay, we need to check.
So wait.
Need to check here. We need to run this program.
Sir,
Yes, it's true. If you want to use and, or you can use in English or, like and here, or you want to use the sign, these all are okay. It will be run. Your PHP support these value. So this is how we define variable. Okay, another one is called yes, here with one value. If $A, it will check is true or not. Okay, a have some value, yes, 10. Like I told you before, null value, null assign is also called 0. Or if they, sorry, if there is 0, so it will say no, this is not true. But here is 10. If more than 0, so we can say this some value, so it will be true. B also we need to check with single value, singular value. You can say and not. We need to check these all. So how it's working. We need to check this program. A is true, B is true, A is false, B is false. Why? Because here you can see they check not equal to, not true, but actually it's true. Why? Because B have 20. Here I want to change the value. I say 0. Now we check what is the answer. Before answer, A is true, B is true, A is false, B is false. Why A is false? Because here we check with not. Now we need to check. Here you can see A is false. Why? Because A is 0. A is true. Why? Because we say in program, if A not true. Yes, A is not true. Why? Because A has 0 value. So that's why the results are changed. Again, I want to go to the old result. So it will produce this result. So assignment operator equal to simply assignment, plus equal to its mean plus, A plus equal to its mean A equal to A plus something, minus multiplication divisions. So this is another program for this all. Here is condition operator. Okay, this one is important. So this is conditional operator. How we can use this one? Actually, if I say this is a program, in this program you can see here is A equal to 20, B equal to A equal to 10, B equal to 20. Result otherwise B. We need to check. This one is just comments, hence value. Result equal to, if A is greater than B, question mark and A, otherwise B. These two signs mean otherwise. Okay, this one, if condition is true, it will say yes, otherwise B. Okay, so echo test 1, value of this result will be, if condition is true, then assign to the result, otherwise B. For example, result, if A is less than B, if is less than is true, it will assign A, otherwise it will show B. Here the first one, result, you can see here. For example, if I want to run this program, this is conditional, maybe this is new for you because you didn't use this before. So this is just condition. Okay, I just want to remove this one. And this is also just condition. Here, if A is greater than B, so we need to assign A, otherwise B. If A is less than equal to B, less than B, so we need to assign A, otherwise B. Here, if I run this program, the result will be like this. Value is a different value. So now I need to change the value. For example, I said 30. Now A is greater than B. Before the result was 20. Why? Because B was greater. This was not true. Now again to change. Now 30. Yes, it's true. And here B is less than A. So this is how we write the conditional program. Precedence of PHP operator. Precedence mean important. For precedence operator, for example, here unary operator, left to right. Multiplicative operator, left to right to left. Sorry, the first one. This one is additive, left to right. Relational, left to right. Okay, what is this actually? We need to check. Operator category. All the operators we have. Okay. Sorry, I didn't saw the messages. Tanu is new or old? No, the stop is share. Okay, no problem. If you saw the program, the result is already here. Okay, result is already show here. Next time I will share the full screen. Now full screen is shared. So precedence of PHP operator. Operator procedure determine the grouping of terms in expression. This affects how an expression is evaluated. Certain operators have higher precedence than others. For example, the multiplication operator has higher precedence than the addition operator, like we already studied from the high school as well. When there is a sign, for example, A multiply B plus C minus D, So we know that multiplicative is more important. Like first we need to solve these things. Also, if someone is in braces, we need to select the first braces. Here, these are the operator, logical operator, left to right, conditional as well, right to left. This is how this was today topic. Now you need to practice this one. After that, I will teach another. You need to practice all the program and show me the screenshot. Now I'm sharing with you on group this PPT, and after that you need to share with me your screenshot. I will further teach you. Okay.